I'm in a relationship with all my bitches, yeah. I need to cut some of them off, I need her.
Okay, so today I'm gonna be doing a story time, and this story is so funny, and it's a recent story that happened my senior year of high school. Was it my senior year? No, this happened my junior year of high school, and I'm a freshman in college. Okay, so let's just get into the video. Okay, so the main girl of the story, we're gonna name her, let's name her Blue. Okay, she's gonna be Blue. And then her friend, Blue's friend's name is gonna be Tiana. Okay, so that's how it goes. So me, Brianna, Tiana, and Blue were all friends. So we were all friends with my other friends, Selfie and Anaya. So we were our own little clique or whatever. So Blue had transferred to our school sophomore year of high school. So her brother had went to our school, and then she transferred to our school. So we're like, oh, you know, we have classes with her, whatever, we could be her friend, blah, blah, blah. So we're all friends. So we stopped being friends with her friend Tiana. And she stopped being friends with her friend Tiana because Tiana started hanging out with some other girl that we just didn't talk to. So Blue didn't like Tiana's other friend because she would talk to her brother, and she was trying to be in a relationship with her brother, whatever the case may be, and she didn't want anybody to be dating her brother. So we all stopped talking. So now it's just Blue, me, Brianna, Selfie, and Anaya. So it's the five of us. We would hang out, and then we would see Tiana and her friend sitting at a different table, whatever. We didn't really pay them any attention. So we're all cool, blah, blah, blah. So twin day rolls around. So this is twin day of sophomore year. This is like May. So we all twin. Blue twins with her other friend. Me and my other friend twin. Brianna didn't participate in twin day, and then Selfie and Anaya were twins. So I post a picture of all of us on that day. So I'm like, oh, you know, gang, whatever. So then one day, so we stopped being friends for whatever reason we stopped being friends for, and I'm pretty sure that we stopped being friends because of our differences. It wasn't like we weren't friends for a particular reason, but we just weren't friends. Like, we stopped dealing with each other. This comes twin day junior year. So now it's like April, May. It's April, May, twin day rolls around again. So this year, who did I twin with that year? I don't think I twinned that year. Yeah, I didn't participate in twin day that year. So the picture comes back on Facebook, because, you know, on Facebook it says, like, you know, repost your memories, and you could share memories from 1 year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. So the picture comes back up. So now I'm not friends with them. I'm only friends with Brianna, Anaya, and Selfie. So I share the picture again, and I'm like, it's crazy how you're not friends with half of these people anymore. Which I feel like I didn't say anything wrong, which, you know, I could have been wrong, whatever. So I share the picture. So Blue comments on the picture, and she's like, why are you trying to be funny? So I'm over here like, who's trying to be funny? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying it's crazy how you're not friends with half these people no more. It's really true. It was like 8 of us in the picture, and only 4 of us still fuck with each other. So it was like, I felt like I needed to share the picture. So she's like, oh, you're not even like that. You're trying to be a social media thug, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm super like, what do you mean? Like, who's really trying to be a social media thug? Like, what? So the thing about me is, like, I don't fight unless I feel like I have to fight. And in that instance, I felt like you was attacking me and you was coming at me, and I felt like I had to fight. So she's like, oh, don't try to be a Facebook media thug, blah, blah, blah. So then I go on a Snapchat, and I'm talking like, why are females trying to attack me, this, that, and the third, telling me that my heart doesn't beat like this. And if you're from New York, you know, like, when somebody tells you your heart doesn't beat like that, like, they're really trying to say, like, you're a pussy. Like, they're really trying to say, like, you're not about that life. So I'm like, oh, my heart don't beat like that? Well, we're gonna see on Monday. So now I tell my friends, like, oh, well, Monday, just know I'm coming up to school, and I'm gonna, like, be on my bully. So, okay, that happens. So I'm thinking, this happened on Saturday, I believe. I remember Sunday night into Mondays that I need to fight tomorrow. I need to be ready to fight tomorrow. So Anaya had wanted to fight for mad long ago, because they got into their little situation or whatever the case may be. So that happened. So Anaya wanted to fight her, but she didn't want to fight Anaya. So I'm the smallest one in the group. Me and Brianna are the smallest one. Brianna doesn't fight though. So I'm the smallest one. Anaya is bigger than me, and Sophie is bigger than me. So I'm just like, well, she wants to pick on the smallest one, and she knows that Anaya wants to fight her. So whatever. So Monday I go to school in basketball shorts, a white t-shirt, and I had these crochet twists in, so I put a bandana around my head, and then I wore sneakers. So it's the summertime, so it wasn't cold outside. So you know, I'm on the bus looking like a little boy, and I'm just like, yo, I could have really looked cute today. So first period we go to school and we got breakfast and we come back. So we're in the school and we notice that it's passing period, so everybody should be in the hallways at this time. Me, Anaya, and Selfie literally run up 4 flights of stairs because somebody told us that she was on the 4th floor. So we run up 4 flights of stairs looking for this girl. So we're looking at the classrooms and bathrooms. We're like running around looking for her in hallways, staircases, like wherever she was. We're trying to find her. She's nowhere to be found. Okay. We're like, all right, well, she doesn't want to fight. Fuck it. We already said we didn't want to fight in school, so we was looking for her to take it outside of school. So we were trying to keep it low key. And that didn't happen. So mind you, Anaya and me had already greased up. We had bought Vaseline to put on our face in case anybody scratches our face, whatever. So Anaya was planning on fighting with me. We weren't planning on jumping her, but we was gonna tag team her. So whatever. So I go into class, and that day somebody had took my seat. So usually my seat is like toward, like in the back. So it's like my back is towards the door. So somebody took my seat today, so I had to sit with my back towards the wall, and then I'm seeing the door so I can see everybody who walks by and everybody who's passing through. So halfway through the period, we're doing studying for our regents that's coming up. So I'm like, okay, I'm studying. So I look up because the whole class gets quiet. So I look up, and who's at my classroom door? Tiana. She's peeking her head in. She's like, and I'm like, so I'm looking like, oh hell no. So I take out my phone and I'm texting the group chat like, oh, I think I'm about to fight right now. So they're like, no. Like, mind you, so after the whole fact, Selfie told me that she was in the lunchroom looking for me, but Selfie told her that she can find me after lunch because that's when I have, like, that's when my class will be finished. So she was like, you can find her after lunch, blah, blah, blah. Don't go looking for her, this and the third. So she walks out the... So she asked Selfie to tell her where I am. So Selfie's like, no, why would I tell you where my friend is? So whatever. So she's like, well, I'm going to go find her myself. So Selfie's not following her because she doesn't think she's going to find me. It's because we have 2 buildings in our school. So she finds me, but I think she found me because her brother had held the door for me and had class right across the hall from me. And as soon as everything went down, he was damn short in the class. So whatever. So I'm sitting there looking at the door, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like... I wonder if they're really gonna come in here. So then I see Blue coming around the corner. So I'm like, oh hell fucking no. So then I text the group chat and I'm like, yup, I'm about to fight. I'm gonna see if I can find the message. I really don't think I can find them though. So whatever. So I'm like, yup, I think I'm about to fight. So then I get up and I'm like, can I use the bathroom? So she's like, no. So I'm like, no. I was like, oh, no, girl, we're not about to fight in your classroom today. Like, we have to go. And Blue is like, I'm 5'4". She's probably like 5'10", 5'11". Like, she's really tall. So I'm like, yo, like, I'm really about to take this out right now. Like, I'm really about to take this out. So... whatever. So Blue comes into the classroom and Tiana's following her. So I'm like, oh, I was like, oh no, they're brave. So she comes in, she's like, so you want to be a Facebook thug, huh? So I'm like, first of all, I expected her to come in there like, oh, you want to fight, blah, 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 you want to fight, blah, blah, blah. I thought she was going to like come in there and talking, but no. Sis she was really on her shoot her shit. So I'm like, yeah. So she comes and she swings. So now we're just fighting, blah, blah, blah. Desks is getting pushed around. People's just standing. And I look up and I see somebody recording. And I remember the girl who recorded it too. And I'm like, really, nigga? Like, you hit, like, really, nigga? So, whatever. So now we're fighting. So her friend Tiana, I don't know if her friend was trying to jump in, throw it hidden, or if her friend was trying to break it up or whatever they were trying to do, but I was having no parts. Like, so then I remember hearing my teacher say, no, leave it alone, Tiana, leave it alone. So I'm like, So now we're against the blackboard and we're just swinging. Then we move again and we're by a desk. And I remember my head being like this and my hair getting pulled on and me pulling on her hair. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is about to be really bad. So now we're still hitting each other. So she tries to take her foot and kick me. And I'm like, no way. And it was a specific type of Jordans, and like those Jordans have no type of soft bottoms. Like those are really hard bottoms. So the deans come in, they're like, break it up. So she's like, she's still holding on to me. So she was like, Shauna, let go of her hair. And I'm like, why you guys telling me to let go of her hair? Like, what? So I'm just like, you cannot be serious right now. So whatever. So then she gets up and she was like, oh, why? Or she says something. So I'm just looking at her like, and I just remember all my books and my phone being on the floor. So I'm out of breath. I'm like, and then I'm upset on top of that. So it's just like, are you like, you really had to come into my classroom to do that? Like, you couldn't just wait till we was outside? But whatever. So that happens. So now I'm like, I really just fought in school. So my mom was never the type to be upset because I fought. She knows that I wouldn't fight like if I didn't have to. So she's like, oh, you know, you have to do what you have to do. So whatever. So then she gets up. Hold on, I gotta show you guys what she does. So she gets up to walk out. And she's like, she has a cup like this. It was like a tumbler like this, and it has a straw in it. So she grabs a cup like this. Mind you, none of her nails pop off, so she whatever. So she walks out with the cup, and she's like, and I'm just like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like, you look crazy right now. So I'm just there like, so whatever. So then they move her, and then they take me out, and I don't know why I had to be the last one to go, but then they take me out. Then I remember seeing her brother at the door, and I'm just looking at him like, the fuck? So whatever. So then we go across to the dean's office. So we're at the dean's office, and we're sitting, chit-chatting, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I really just fought. Like, I really just fought in this teacher's classroom. And she really did not do anything about it. Like, sis really called the dean of security. So, whatever. So, they call my mom. It's like, oh, you have to come pick her up. She's not leaving, blah, blah, blah. You have to come pick her up. So, now I'm texting the group chat, like, oh, I fought, blah, blah, blah. So, I remember I had, like, a mark right here. And then I had a cut across my face. Like, a nail mark in my face. So, I'm like, oh, hell fucking no. That did not go down. So then I'm looking at my face and I'm tight. But then like 30 minutes later, I'm still sitting there and I look at my face and I realized like it was gone. Like both marks were gone. And I think it was because of the Vaseline. Like the Vaseline really did some justice because I had no marks on my face after that. So then the dean that was dealing with her comes into my room and was like, he's like, oh, this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, like, are you guys not gonna consider the fact that she came into my classroom? So, whatever. So then I was just there, like, damn, like, and the thing about it was never that serious. Like, I feel like on my Facebook, I can post what I feel like posting, and you can post what you feel like posting. So, whatever, that happened, that escalated, that was over with. I got 3 days of lunch suspension because they said that I also instigated it through social media, whatever. So she gave them all the screenshots from our messages or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever, I take the blame. So that happened. So after that, we would see each other and we would not say nothing. Like, we would just see each other. She would be on one side of the hall, I'd be on the other side of the hall. She would be with her friends and I would be my friends, and we would just be there. So whatever. So Anaya has a really bad attitude. Like, Anaya's attitude is crazy. So every time she would see her, she would give her a stink look, or every time she would see her, she would roll her eyes. And I'm just like, yo, bro, like, it's not even that serious anymore. I just don't even care. So I remember we were in the lunchroom one time. No, we were about to leave, and it was on a Wednesday. It was like at 12 something. So we're getting ready to leave. So I'm looking at Anaya's snaps to see where she is because she's taking forever to leave. So I see she posts Blue on her snap and was like, bitches really be ugly. No filter. Okay, this is important to the next part of the story. There's no filter on her. So I'm laughing. We're laughing like, yo, you really need to delete that because if somebody shows it to a dean or something, you can really get in trouble for that. So then The next day comes and she confronts Anaya. I remember Anaya walking through the lunchroom and Blue and Tiana are behind her. So we're sitting in the lunchroom like, what the hell happened? Like, we don't know what the fuck happened. So Tiana is behind Blue and Blue's behind Anaya, and Anaya's like, okay. And she's still walking. So I'm like, Anaya, what happened? So now we're all like, what happened? Like, what happened? They're getting really loud in the lunchroom, and I'm just like, oh my God, everybody's gonna look over here because they're gonna think it's me and her, blah, blah, blah. So Anaya's like, okay. So it turns out she was asking Anaya why she posted her on her Snapchat and why she said that she was ugly. So Anaya's like, because I felt like it. It's my Snapchat. I could do what I want. So then Blue takes out her phone and starts recording Anaya and was like, and she posted and was like, everybody look at her, blah, blah, blah. She wants to talk about everybody else is ugly, but look at her. And then she puts the orange filter on Snapchat on her. Like, I'm going to post the filter, but she puts the orange filter on Snapchat on her. And then I was like, oh, you cannot do that. You cannot do that because I didn't put no filter on you and you're still ugly, but you put a filter on me and I'm still not even ugly, but that's an ugly filter. So then she's like, I don't give a fuck. So they're arguing. So then she gets over to like, it was a part in the lunchroom where like there's doors and windows and stuff, and she starts punching the window. So Anaya's like, why didn't she put all that energy out over here? And I'm just like, this Anaya is really a lunatic, and I kid you not, she would just Anaya would not stop making her remarks. Like, she would just make her remarks and like, bitches keep putting filters. So they never end up fighting. Like, the girl just ends up not wanting to fight. So she transferred schools a month later, or like 2 to 3 weeks later. She transferred schools, and I honestly haven't seen her since then. Like, it's just been like, honestly, at this point, like, sometimes I'll see her on other people's Snap and stuff, but it's like you want to fight for no reason. You want to fight because I reposted a picture that you were in. I mean, I wouldn't want to be reposted either. I understand where she comes from with that. But, like, it wasn't, like, for all of that, you could have just said, well, I didn't feel like being posted again. But she had a negative energy, and she wanted to fulfill her negative energy. And I respect it. I respected the negative energy. Oh, like, that was just a story of how... What's tomorrow? Thursday. But yeah, that was a story of how that was my first and only fight in high school. All of my fights were in middle school. And then one was my freshman year of high school, but it wasn't in my school. It was outside of my school, so that didn't really count, I guess. But yeah, that was my story time, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe to the baddie or whatever, to the baddie. But no, seriously, like, comment, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more. But yeah, later.